passed on the clock. Days go by so fast. Time's changing, it's shifting. We're coming in where it's dark more. So like, I actually woke up this morning. It was 6:30. I think that happened yesterday. After not sleeping through the night, I don't know how long. Like, I don't know how long it's been since I was able to sleep through the night. So there is grace in that. Life is full of miracles. I'm just supposed to go out and witness them, and then share with other people the miracles in which I see. Today was a pretty good day, all in all. It was pretty eventful even before it really even started for a lot of people. So, haven't been feeling like doing talks much lately. I love my dog so much. It's just a big old space where he was. In the physical, in the ethers, he is not left. He is still with us. You know, 14 years is a long time to love a critter. So we've been watching some shows that I started watching, I don't know, 4 years ago. It's one in particular, it's called Atypical. About a kid that's nacho typical neurodivergent like me. And I guess he's what happens when you're born into a nurturing environment with neurodivergence. I am not that. I did not have that experience. So I'll never forget the first time I saw the first episode of it. The mom was on the store with like Amazon or something like that, and she was trying to find these polo shirts, and they reordered them, but they're different. So I thought that was funny, because back when I was on planet Earth in 3D world, and I was a part of corporate America and stuff, I was IT help desk, and I would just go to Kohl's and buy like 6 or 7 of the same polo shirt. And then the next year they were different, you know. So I could relate, you know, one human being relating to another. That's how connections are made. And the episode that I saw, I guess it's a season 2 or something towards the end. I don't know. I can't remember. There's a episode where he's in his support group, so to speak, with his other fellow neurotypicals, and somebody brought up the statistic that only 1 of 5 autistics graduate college in 4 years. And I thought to myself, you know, Marge, you're so busy looking at the hard shit you gotta do every day from one day to the next, because just navigating in this planet is just hard for me. And instead of doing that, hold on a second. I was going somewhere with that. My train of thought derailed. I don't really take enough time to acknowledge the things that I did go through. Because there ain't a lot of autistics. There ain't a lot of people that are autistics that have done the stuff that I've done. There ain't a lot of autistics that were able to mask to a degree that they could enlist into the United States Air Force just to go to college. You know, every step of the way, like, if I act like this, then that. You know, but if I don't act like this, then that. And just navigating through the course like that. Of just following my heart. And I did it. You know, I was one of the 5. And I did it in less than 4 years. And I also did it while I was off fighting in a war. You know? It's like, I've done all these remarkable things, and I never stopped to appreciate all the hard shit that God carried me through. Because it wasn't ever just me. This is just all the stuff that God has carried me through. And my God is so big that I got to go out and share it with other people. I saw this, I wish I would have got a screenshot of it because they took it down. But this morning when I saw this appeal that said that there was a 78-year-old woman that was lost. She was missing. They couldn't find her. And I think maybe since noon yesterday, because I didn't see the original post, and because of the privacy settings on it, I asked where it was, and it was like right up the road from me. And so I went up the road where they had the family that was gathered, and then down at the bottom they had the sheriff and all the rescue people. That they were, it was 2 separate things. I wish I would have asked more about that. It was, anyway. So I pulled at the bottom at the base camp and then walked up the hill. And when I walked up the hill, I saw a young woman, and I said I'm here to offer support and help in any way that I can. I said, can I ask you a couple of questions? Are you related? She says, I'm her granddaughter. I said, could you tell me a little bit about her? Like, give me a little sense. Like, you know, like, is she cognitive? You know, does she have any history of bump in the head, anything like that? No, she and her husband went, they go, it's pinion season, so they went pinion hunting. And she wanted to go one way and her husband wanted to go another. Is kind of the gist that I got. So she went down one way, and then they got separated, and then, you know, about an hour later, I guess the search began. I don't know how long, I don't know when they would have gone out, because the post I saw, I swear it said 12:30 p.m. And they were only separated, it was like real quick. Like they weren't even separated real long, and then he's like, I can't find her. And so I don't know if it was yesterday or today. Maybe they'll do a story on it in the newspaper. We'll see. So I started walking up the hill. Okay, and I was talking to the granddaughter. She's telling. I said, "Well, and I was like, well, can I give you a hug?" She's like, "Yeah, and then I went on my way, and then she got in a Jeep with somebody, and then they went up the road, and I continued walking. We're up to the top, and there are these elders sitting around a campfire, and I walked them, and I said I'm here to offer support and services and stuff like that, and whatever I could do to help. And then there are these people gathered over off on the side of the tree, and I went over there and talked to them because they were gonna start going out to look again. And I was talking to her daughter. I came across her sister, and then her daughter. Her sister, and I guess the other gal was her daughter. You don't. So her daughter was in a disassociated state. I said, if it's okay, can we take a moment? I'd like to say a prayer. And she said, and I started praying, and she was just crying and crying and crying. And I said, can I give you? And I held her as tight as I could as she just wept in my arms. And I wasn't really worried because I could feel that there was going to be a positive outcome in this situation. And so then I moved my attention to the daughter, and I was like, or maybe it was I don't know, I can't remember. See, and I don't remember names too. And she's like, she didn't know what to do, and I was like, well, these are the situations. I just follow your heart. And she was like, I mean, she's like in the ethers, you know. She's not grounded on planet Earth. I can understand that. I recognize that in people because I've been there where I'm just going around automatic pilot, like I can't believe what I just what I can't believe the reality in which I'm experiencing. And grace is the calmness in that no place space is where grace is found. And I said, okay, well, we're just, we're just gathering, setting our intentions, and we start to walk off to go look for her. And then there was a call over the radio that said she was found. And so I started making it down the hill, and I looked back up, and I see this two elders, this little old lady and this fella, and he was getting her down the hill. And I walked back up the hill, and I said, if you need to grab me to help steady, I'm right here. And she said, it's my sister. They found her, my sister. I said, I'm so happy you found your sister. I lost mine 2 years ago, and she can't be found. She said, we lost our sister too 2 years ago. I said, I know how you feel. That's why I wanted to come out today, because we don't want to lose no more sisters. We're having this talk as we go down the hill, and I'm just rejoicing, I'm just so grateful in my heart. They get out of the car to go see her. Here's a little clip. This is everybody. That's the daughter. They got word. Everybody's rushing down the hill. Everybody's so happy. These young people, this is the granddaughter that I talked to on the way up. I was like, these young people, I said, man, I hope you guys recognize how cool this is. And so this at the bottom, the lady in her red hat, that's her sister. And you're going to see her in salmon. In the salmon. And she goes up and she's just going to... This is where she and her sister are reunited. Oh. That wasn't very good. There. Why is my... There. Ah, that was just... She's 78. And then I left, and then on the way home, she was excited. This little lady, she was going out around it, rejoicing. Just, and that was at 10:10 this morning. So all that happened before. That's a busy morning, Ma. So that was a good positive outcome. I told him, I said, this is the stuff I gotta do to come out and stay busy, keep my mind right. Otherwise, I'll keep thinking about how sad I am about my dog. That don't get me nowhere. the day before he died, I picked him up, and he didn't want me to, and he like nipped me, and I didn't realize that he like I thought it was like I teetered and like I don't know, and then I picked him up, and then I thought he was trying to jump out, and I grabbed him, and then he nipped me again. So he left these little red dots on my wrist. That's not what I took a Sharpie, a marker, and put it over the dots. Here they are. That was right after it happened. That was right when he did it. That was Tuesday, 3:07. So it was like a day before he passed away. And so I'm going to have those dots colored in for a tattoo. Isn't that cool, Mom?
That's a good idea.
Because I miss Artie Pants?
Yes.
I was right before he left this earthly plane. So, anyway, at least this morning when I went to I made a little reel about that and put it on TikTok. Third Eye activated. The reunion and stuff like that is pretty cool. That was pretty cool. I started to pull out because I wrote on my window because I got mad at the sheriff the day that I dropped Artie off. So I wrote to the sheriff number, I don't know, 5023. What does it say? Did I even ever get a picture of it? And then this memory came up from 10 years ago. That's Artie's brother. He went back into rescue, and I went to go see him. He and Artie looked a lot alike. So, but I didn't get a picture of it. And I wiped off the window because I knew where I was going. I was going to be around a bunch of sheriffs. And I figured the sheriff that I was talking to wasn't going to be there anyway. Weird radar anomalies that I've seen. This was Saturday, 9:37 p.m. This was a weird radar deal. Like, why? That's not natural. This is India. It's India. This is a outward. Like, what is doing that? Oh, there were two of them, actually. Oh. This is where they showed two of them. One over India, and then... It's just like, what? You know, you got these weirdos that are playing Legos with planet Earth. And they do weird stuff because people, as we can see, that when people let themselves go, they let themselves get carried away. They have free will, but they don't use it to stop themselves from causing harm. And then you have these big groups that are doing this. And they got bombs, and they got guns, and they got erectile dysfunction. They're mad about it. These are the things that they do. You know, they decide they decide. See, I think it's threatening to go out and determine you're a threat. You know, and part of in the mission that I was a part of when I was in the U.S. Air Force, people could look it up themselves. They can go look it up all by themselves. It's a place called Offutt Air Force Base. SAC is there. Strategic Air Command. It's where they have the buttons, don't you know? It's all reindeer games. It's like theatrics. It's like Days of Our Lives in BDUs. Look what we're doing in the name of. It's the who's in. It's just such nonsense, and it always has been. A group of guys with really dangerous bombs, explosives, stuff like that, and then telling them that they're gonna make us secure. That to me is freaking insanity. I remember, like, the cell phones, I mean, they've been around. Nothing's new, you know. I mean, like, electric cars, they were back in the early 1900s. I mean, this is, you know, but what goes around comes around. Well, when cell phones really started coming out, 2000, 2001, like, a lot, like, you know, a lot. I had the Samsung, the flip phone. I remember, you know, fighting with the girl working on the flight line over text, you know, like, I don't need this stress, yeah, stuff like that, you know. And the base, the Reckies, what they did, they were eavesdroppers. And they would train. And they would take off. And they would fly around 2.5, 3 hours, making sure all their eavesdropping equipment, you know how they made sure all their eavesdropping equipment, it worked? They were testing it by listening to everybody's conversations all over the United States of America. And they did it under the guise of the Patriot Act. Eavesdropping on all these people's conversations. Everywhere. To protect them from themselves, don't you know? And I used to wear a patch. On this patch says this: Vitus Omnia. I wonder if some of my uniforms still have this patch on them. I don't know. I had 4, but I only wore 2. Went back and forth. And what Vitus Omnia means, it's a Latin phrase in case you didn't know. And what it translates to is, we see everything. It's the motto of the 55th Wing. That is the group in which I was a part of. Supposedly the greatest maintenance group on planet Earth. All you gotta do is ask them, they'll tell you so. We were supposed to maintain the aircraft. We still didn't get the money that we needed for oil filters. Yet every year, the office upstairs, which reside 3 employees that never got dirty, they would get tens and thousands of dollars every year because funds were allocated to buy brand new red cherry furniture that we had to take off the trucks, take out of our time from Turner & Richards to make sure the production support people that were hardly ever there, $15,000 worth of furniture. That is what this military, that's what this country is. Fuck the people. Fuck the masses. We're here to accommodate the few. And now the karma that they are finding is very real. Whether they see, because people don't gotta believe. They don't gotta believe and understand and know stuff the way I do. It's okay. It's not a thing. They don't gotta. It ain't their path. The thing of it is the clocks are lining up on the wall, and whether it's in this incarnation or next, people will learn what it is to value human life. Humanity is what connects people to see things in a social media feed and go to places and gather with their community to find people they love. I said, who knows? She might be my auntie. She could be. We could be related. I'm related to so many freaking people in this town. But guess what? Being related to people never done me that much favor. See, because I got the good blood. I got the good blood. I got the privileged blood. I got the blood that get you on all the white parties. I just never wanted to go and be a part of that stuff. See? Oh, I didn't finish. The 55th Wing is a reconnaissance, an electric combat wing based at Offutt Air Force Base. Reconnaissance, that means that they just listen to recon. We're going to eavesdrop on you. We're going to listen to everything. And we find you a threat, then we're going to deem you a threat. And we say you're a threat. Who's the threat? Oh, and then people have parades about it. It's so weird. This is my great-grandfather's tombstone. I mean, what a weird fucking thing. Don't tell Marge. She'll tell all the secrets. See, and I'm one of those that think nobody should have secrets. Because secrets keep people from being accountable. There's so many people that never, ever, ever had to rectify. Yeah, people make mistakes. They do stuff, they do weird stuff, drink too much, do weird stuff, I'm sure if I think hard, there's stuff that I did back in my drinking days that I really wish I'm really glad that I forgot, but evidently I never. I mean, I done pretty much my whole fifth step on YouTube. There ain't nothing that I ever did that was that. Aside from not valuing life, I learned to value life, and now it's such a trip. You know what? The freaking like the end of the world is freaking drunks not giving a shit, narcissists not wanting to connect, all that stuff. It's just me. I wonder how many Rick Levines or Steve Judds or Robert Phoenixes or Teal Swans or Leo Cubs. Did I say Leo Cub? Or Lori Lothians or Peace Stealers today or ever in their lives went to go look for a missing person. I wonder how many of them. That's the thing. It's like whenever I listen to these people talk and ask for money and fun and promote themselves to do all the things that they want to do, I'm like, how many people you pass by in the street that you didn't help push out of the way? How many people did you not, you passed by, like, you could have offered a helping hand and, like, helped them change the tire, or, there's all kinds. You got AAA, call AAA for somebody else that needs it. Like, but people don't want to be inconvenienced. I think I might have listened to Laura. I liked her reports. I struggle with her personality, Lori Lothian, and today she was just talking about how, it sucks so bad that you're annoyed by all these commercials, but I gotta make money because I gotta buy shit I wanted, and I'm just like, oh my god, it's fucking gross, dude. But that's okay. People get swept away. Everybody has their chance. See, because the earth, like, there's so many energies that are happening right now, and then people are just like on edge and stuff. Like I know what it's like to be swept away and washed away. I went away in Atlantis. Mom and I both went away in Atlantis. If you're a soul and a spirit, and you come back, you're here to learn lessons. You come back enough. And my soul remembers what it was like, freaking 280 years ago, 260 years ago. The last time Pluto transitioned from Capricorn to Pisces or Aquarius, like it's doing now, my soul remembers. I just gotta say, well, like, do I value life, Mom? Am I living? Have I incarnated enough, to learn that you don't shit on your family, that you don't leave, people left behind, that you don't, that you gotta do everything you can do to help make everybody's life comfortable. Not this. I learned to live more from my spirit and less from my ego, and that is all that we are learned to do. And the energies that snuff themselves out, from ego, they do it time and time again. How many people they die freaking terrible, horrible deaths, like Tut, please come over here, because they couldn't help themselves. Good boy. They couldn't stop themselves. They couldn't keep themselves from taking that toxic elixir and pouring it, even though it's rotting them. 7 kinds of cancer booze causes. Like, ask somebody that drinks just a couple, even if it's just a couple every day. Ask them, when's the last time you took a healthy bowel movement? But they couldn't tell you, because it just goes right through. It eats their insides. And I heard stories about it for years. The things that a guy, Walt, I know, he was a good man. He just suffered a lot. And he didn't know what to do about the pain. And I don't know what it did, what thoughts exactly drove him to douse himself with an accelerant, gasoline, and light himself on fire. When people are hurting and they're desperate, the things that they do, I can understand. I heard every day. Every day. I don't want to do anything every day. Because if I lay perfectly still, if I don't move, then nothing hurts. But as soon as I move, or as soon as I think, something flares. And it hurts. So I get up and I lift my little dumbbells. And I go walk around. I can't be around town though, man. That's the thing, is like whatever transition is happening, it is not good for me to be around people, because everybody is so selfish and so annoying, and I know that this is a reflection of me from what I hear, but I ain't never been a person to waste a bunch of life force energy to go to other places just to walk around and take up space. Like it's out of hand. It's a little too people-y out there. And see, that's like the people that fucking run the city, they're always shut up in their stupid offices and shit. Thinking of just focused on the one task. That's what the Taos hum is. They don't got to deal with the fucking nonsense. Like, it's uncomfortable to go downtown in my own town unless I go at like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, because there's so many dumbasses just meandering around. Like, what the fuck, dude? Why? There's nothing to see here. It's too much effort for people to come here and do nothing at the expense of others. Because even the local business owners, they jack the prices up to accommodate the people that can afford to pay them. So they price out their own community. It's stupid. So what I'm going to do, I do things to circumvent that greedy energy. And my latest thing I'm doing, I got me one of them white gas international stoves. Right? I haven't got it. It should be here Wednesday. So I got this guy. Where is it? What'd I do with it? Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. Oh, it's all dusty. I gotta wash it off. You cold? Should I turn off the fan? I think it's just... That's alright. Sun's gone down, and as soon as the sun goes down, the temperature drops. So I got my international... I'm getting that. So I got that gas stove. I got this guy, and then I'm gonna get a crate and load it up with or a cooler with like milk and creamer and coffee and stuff like that, and go out before Mom gets up and around early when I got my burst of energy, and make some coffee, some good coffee, like you know, $7-8 coffee is what they charge for a good cup of coffee at Starbucks in Taos. This place is a joke, man. So, see, the thing of it is you raise the bottom. You make the bottom frequency the most miserable people on earth, because us throwaways, man, nobody cares about us. I saw a TikTok earlier. This young woman was sitting in the middle of the street, and this other woman was like in her car and said, "You get up." She's like, "Hell is not for you today." You know, like you get up, like life is worth living, you know. We got to save each other, because ain't no rich assholes going to do it. And I got so many ideas that don't cost a lot. I got on my FYP and on Facebook, I don't go there much. There's this local, it's called like one some dream tree or some crap. Not false for profit is what I call them. You know, there was a group of young people that were going to the park for like a while, over a year, maybe a couple years. They're going every Wednesday to feed people through the winter and stuff. Make sure they have they even went to the nonprofit. Oh, come work with us. We'll give you a big bus to drive, and we'll just make everybody come, and we'll put them through hoops and say, yeah, we'll give you a place to sleep, but you got to do all this stupid shit. You got to do what we want you to do. And all that stuff. And there's so many people that just deserve a hot shower, food, because they don't want to do that thing where they have to write their name here and give this in bullshit. They just want the food. They don't want to have to go through hoops. It's gonna be cold. It's already getting super chilly here. But the fucking all the dipshit skiers, they're all super stoked that they gotta go wee down a freaking hill. Never mind all the freaking people on the street, because they can't afford freaking $2,000 for a 900 square foot casita, you know, because that's what the tourists can pay, but the people that were born and raised here, they can't afford it. That is not just happening in Taos, that is happening all over the United States. Everywhere I've ever been, I've seen the pockets of born and raised and all the privilege that comes to that. They don't get how many people are edged out because of their stupid little fucking cousin club. So, but it doesn't matter, because, you know, karma's karma, and what energy you put out, however insecure people make people, that insecurity, now is the time, is coming back to you. I guess every story you look at, every storyline that exists, it has its pros and its cons. Like those like the born and raised that got everything washed away. Like, we were here for generations. And I think about all the, like, people like me, like, we weren't allowed to be nowhere for fucking generations. We're just trying to survive. I'm just trying to keep bombing me off the fucking street. World don't care. World wants Teslas. World wants Jeeps. World wants Broncos. World wants to go here and look at that stupid thing. World wants to go there and do that stupid thing. World wants to wear this stupid sports jersey. World wants to go to that stupid sporting event. While there's this whole population of people that people puddles, the puddles of people. I've been talking about it for years. Wait till the puddles of people reach America. Now the puddles of people, they're really coming here all at the same time. Now America's like, why are they here? Well, we bombed their country for so long, it inadvertently trickled down. And we may not. More astrologers are saying how we could potentially see something happen on American soil in the next few days. It's always, the potential always exists. Heck, we are our own worst enemy. What do we care if some freaking some planes, some F-16, some F-15s with some other country, it was, with like some other country's flags are on it. But if you peel back that paint, if you peel back the paint enough, you will see the U.S. flag on those planes. You just got somebody else from some other country driving on it, and then, people are all, America ain't the superpower no more. America's just another third world country. There's just pockets of Dubai everywhere. Little pockets of privilege, and you have all these people that have, like, branches off these pockets of privilege that have all, I can't believe how many people have created just like this utopia, just themselves, and just, they only deal with like 8 people in their, and they never do nothing for nobody else. Just like their existence is enough to be soothing for other people or something, but they don't, God is supposed to work through us. We do the foot prayers. See, people pray, and then people are like, oh my God, I feel compelled to go out and look for somebody because people are praying. And we answer the call to prayer. Because when you're connected to Source, you answer the call. And today is some fucking bullshit holiday. Like school's off and stuff. I ain't even going to acknowledge which one it was. I had to think real hard to deter, like, what the fuck? Where's everybody at? How come there's no school? Like, what the fuck? And still the community, somebody in the community was in need, and very few, and I think it was the family. There was maybe 7 other rescuers with their, I think they're out there like training their dogs, but it's like, where's everybody? What, they just too much partying the night before, celebrating some bullshit narrative of what people say that this country is, when really this fucking whole land's a joke. And I'm reminded of it every time I go out. Because people care more about stuff than other people, and it's gross. Until things like that happen, until hurricanes come, and then people are like, oh, community, come together. I don't like seeing that I never like when they rebuild in the same place. Because all I can hear is that it's Danny's doing the same thing over and over and thinking that the frickin', flood ain't gonna come back through. Like that story when, the guy that drowns and goes, God, I thought you were going to save me. And he said, yeah, remember when the storm was coming and I said evacuate, and then you said no, God will save me, and then water rose, guy in a boat comes, I'm alright, God will save me. Water's rise higher, helicopter comes, no, it's alright, God will save me. Why did you save me, God? Who do you think sent all those people to rescue? And I understand that's not the same thing. That is just it's just an analogy. I am very happy to see people like getting in shape though. They're realizing like, they got to get in shape in case they got to carry their kids out of a dangerous situation or something. Because that's like, dude, it's always been survival of the fittest. That just hasn't been profitable. So people diverted their attention, but the cycles are coming back around. They're coming back around. Just how things are. That's what, all that's, like contractions, like when somebody has like something is having a baby, the body contract, the muscles contract, they let go. The same things happen when like, it's so weird. That's exactly what Artie did. Like his body contracted and then his soul went out into the universe. And the earth is going through contractions right now, and it's rebirthing into the next version of herself, itself. There's no gender. It's just energy specific, And I learned a long time ago that not to resist, that the more you wince and tense up and fought against things, the more it hurts, that you just let go. I know a lot of other people haven't learned this lesson, and people have to learn things in their own time, on their own accord. I've had to. And I got Gemini placements, so I'm like, I need other people to help confirm what I know sometimes. And there's times that those are people, ain't nobody around, so I gotta rely on my connection to source, and I started meditating again. That's a discipline I'm going back to, because I can feel the collective energy and that people are just really resistant to the changes. And dude, weird shit is more weird. We're gonna see they're gonna change the maps. We're going to see land masses coming up out of the oceans. I keep seeing stuff like this, and then I hear Pam, what's her name? I want to say her name right. Pam Gregory. Metamorphosis for humanity, I think, is what it says. Son of a cool mother. Interesting. I'm trying to get, I guess on TikTok you need 500. You need 500 to go live, is what somebody said. So I'm trying to get that. He's a single dad that raises his 2 daughters. He just got his second daughter, Starlight. They eat like shit. I would like to influence. That's his daughter. And then that is... But he's a single dad. Yeah, I would like to encourage him to eat better. But it's just, he's doing the best he can, Like, at least try the vegetables. Yeah, you don't want to eat just basically all that processed stuff, dude. He's making it happen. And then he takes his daughters out to do jobs and stuff. They work in jobs and stuff. My autistic husband's on feelings. KG, this dude, I think he's in Jamaica. He rescued this little cat. And so now I love seeing all these people, Mom. They never had animals before. Uh-huh. This chick is one of them too. She rescued a cat that had kittens, so she gets to go through that. Look at this. They trained endurance together for 4 months. Look at this. Senior Pac-Man. To make sure that they can walk around during their vacation without getting tired. More people. These are the people that I'm like, hey, this is the people that are on my FYP. Right? Like, they want to do better. They're finding that they value life. Some days I do not value life. Some days I'm just like, sweet, whatever, power. Take me now. I just can't even anymore. It just hurts too much. I don't even want to bother. There's nothing good. There's all the goodness in the world. If it was dropped on me right now, I don't care. I'm ready to go. Some days I do be feeling like that. So, that's why I have to combat that. And I want to help encourage other people to combat that too. This lady cracks me up. This is Sheila. She's Greek. Her family's Greek. She's a lawyer in Florida, and she talks about like but police are dumb. That's what I'm telling people. Like, they don't have to have. All they have to do is be the mentality to be in the club and do what the club members do. That's it. They don't have to have GED, high school age. It don't matter. We'll waiver all of that. All you got to do is be willing to do what we want you to do. And so many of these they're thugs, man. They let themselves go. They let themselves get carried away. And I can feel who these people are. I know which ones are doing it. I can feel it. Oh, and they know. I'm a human lie detector, man. That's why people don't like me. I went to go get my strawberry lemonade the other day, and this little dude back in the corner. I'm like walking because I'm purposeful these days. I don't go out unless I have a reason. So I go back to the cooler, and this dude shorter than me, right? Little tiny dude, like my age, probably 40s, 50, and so I go back, get my lemonade, and I'm like, like bebopping, trying to stay light, not look scary or nothing. And the guy's like, "What's your problem?" And I go, "Little short machismos." And he goes, and then he says that, and he starts walking away, and I answer his question. And then he goes up on the other, and he's like, "Wait a minute, what did she say?" He puffs up, Turkey comes back. "What did you say?" I said, "Little short machismos." You asked what my problem was, and I answered you, little short machismos. and he went and huffed and puffed, and that's the thing. Like, my whole life, people have, it's like something that controllers do, narcissists do. They'll be like, what's your problem? It's just, and they can do it with the real sweet little song. What's your problem? Like, but I don't care how but it's just something that people do to try to take. It's just weird. It's bizarre. So, got my juice, left, and then I go over to the Family Dollar, and I ask the gal that works there, she's a Gemini, and I ask her, and I ask people that, you know, I see that deal with people that deal with the public on a high volume, or a higher volume than me. I say, how are people being? She's like, they've been being funny. And I'm like, I don't know what that means. So I had to have her elaborate. I said, well, I just came from the gas station, and some little shit stain on the fabric of society was like getting puffy at me, like blowfish. Like, what's your, you know, it like got all, you know, like all these people have a chip on their shoulder, and they think I'm all like gonna be the one to knock it off or something. And I said, it ain't me. And she's like, yeah, that's what I mean. People are being funny like that. I said, yeah. I said, you just gotta just like acknowledge it for what it's happening, and just see that people are fucking crazy, and turn the other cheek. Let them. It's crazy. The world is being crazy. So, and it's everywhere, but anyway, so. See, it's a club. Lowest test scores, second lowest test scores in the military entrance exam. And then they're the police. And then they go out, and then they appeal to them. Oh, we work, and then so for instances of how people are losing their marbles in New Mexico, because I don't go out when it's like, because people are fucking crazy, and I don't want to fucking meet their crazy. Down in what is it, New Mexico? They just posted a little while ago. I give a shit not about, you know, that is not my storyline. Things that are not my storyline. The Aurora Borealis in the southern, in the lower 48. Do not care. Like, that's just that's just a demographic. All those people, they can all go live on their own little island for all I care. There's more important things. That's so funny. Where is that story that some kid went crazy and shot his mom and dad and sister? Oh. Down in Bellum, New Mexico. It just happened not too long ago. Let's see. Maybe it's here. I can't stand that guy either. Fucking Cooper. Local businesses share frustrations after finding itself a target in vandalism trend. Where is this? Each of these costs about $2,400 to replace. Where is that? A popular tourist destination in New Mexico has a site where 5 electric vehicle charges were recently vandalized just days before the EV Expo. It happened around Taos Plaza with one of the chargers near a police station. Kit Carson Electric Cooperative owns the devices, as the Taos News reported. The cooperative, which is cooperative, is just a fucking, it's a gang. The dude that is the CEO of this Taos cooperative, he's been the CEO since 1993. It's a year after I graduated high school. Dude makes over $300,000 a year. Why does anybody even fucking pay for electricity? Oh, because you guys are fucking gangsters, mobsters. Like it's all fucking extortion, money laundering. They got freaking there's solar panels everywhere. They get billion-dollar grants, multi-million-dollar grants all the time. But still, you know, my electricity bill's $100 a fucking month. You know, it's just, I wonder why their car. See, that's the thing is like this stuff. There's always gonna be people out there that are gonna break shit. That's how they're gonna fix problems. Says the cooperative has more than 36 charging stations, though only the 13 in the town of Taos have been subject to vandalism, which has been ongoing for over a year. They don't want their shit. That's the thing. And that they're going to keep spending money playing Legos, spending all... They disabled the parking meters downtown because they fucking ruined this town with all the construction. And it's just a mess. Taos is a mess. Is your town a mess? Because Taos is a fucking shithole right now. Because they're putting sidewalks in. They were supposed to do it in the 70s, but they managed to fucking put it off for 50 years. And now the people, because of the Handicap Act, they said, well, we gave you all this money to do the work. They never did the work. Now they got to do the work. Is that happening in your community too? Like, did they rest on their laurels and now your infrastructure where you live is turned into shit? Damn chargers harm EV drivers. They don't care. They don't like. So that's the thing. They try to make this a tourist town, have all these outsiders come here, but the people that live in this town, they don't like the fucking outsiders. They don't like them. They don't like all these freaking meatheads with their freaking gigantic trailers and their big old stupid trucks that take up all the roads, and it's just all that just lack of not even adding to this community. But I have ways that travelers can give back and make this place better. I just got to figure out and find my people to help me do this. So, anyway, the story continues, eh, Mom? Yeah? Yeah, you good? Are you happy? Yep. Mom's taking Artie's loss better than I am, huh, Mom? Yeah. You're a good grandma. Huh. There's a lot of people losing things they love right now. There's high turnover right now. It's gonna be. This is the second time. See, Scorpio, I got Scorpio moon. I know all about Scorpio energy. This is the second. I've lost 2 dogs in October. You know, they're all the loves of my life. So this is the second dog I lost in October. I lost a sister in September. You need lotion? No. Are you sure? Yeah. Feeling alright? Yeah. Warm? You getting tired? No. Nope. Want to watch some TV? No. We've been watching Sweet Tooth. Should we watch an episode of that? Yeah, Alright, that's all I got for now. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you have a rad day. Peace.